Peace be with you, dear listener, and I welcome you to a moment with Sister Prisca. The title of today's episode is Litany of Broken Names. There is a quiet mystery in the names we carry, and long before we speak our first word, someone names us. Perhaps in honor of a loved one, in memory of a saint, or in the hope that our life will reflect something beautiful. Names are not just chosen lightly. In the scripture, to be named was to be seen. A name was a vocation. A name was a prophecy, a mark of divine intention. Abraham became Abraham, Sarai became Sarah, Saul became Paul, Simon was renamed Peter the Rock. To receive a name in the biblical tradition was to be commissioned, and the name was a map the bearer was meant to walk into its meaning. But somewhere between birth and brokenness, life and living, many of us become strangers to the names we were given. We become echoes of virtues we no longer embody. We may have come across some persons who have decided to answer or bear nicknames in place of their real names, just because things have turned out of shape and things are not really moving the way they expected, following the names given to them by their parents after their birth. You may see someone called Peace, but there is war in their eyes. A child named Joy who has forgotten how to laugh. A woman named Faith who cannot find the courage to pray. We may carry names embroidered with hope, but sometimes life tears the fabric. What happens when you no longer match with the name given to you? What happens when the name remains but the meaning fades? This is not a condemnation, it is a litany, a whispered lament for all who have forgotten the music in their names. A reminder that even broken names can be remedied. Litany of the Broken Names. I have met a blessing. Her name was Beatrice, but she became a burden. A joy called Joyce, who forgot how to smile even at sunrises. A Faith named Faith, who doubted God and herself. A Hope called Hope, whose pillow was soaked with despair. A Peace named Irene, but she was a storm to everyone near. A Love called Amanda, who forgot how to hold without hurting. A Glory named Gloria, who hid her light beneath shame. A Precious called Prisca, who felt like she was not worth anything. A Promise named Promise, but her life was full of broken words. A Charity called Caritas, whose giving heart turned to stone. A Light named Lucy, who feared every shadow in her past. A Destiny called Destiny, who wandered from part to part, lost. A Victor called Victor, but he only knew defeat. A Prince named Malik, who could not lead even himself. a queen called Queen, with a crown made of grief, a Mercy called Mercy, who refused to forgive, a Justice named Justina, who judged without truth, a Favor called Favor, but felt forgotten, a Patience called Patience, who snapped in pain, a Wisdom named Sophia, who kept choosing destruction, a Comfort called Consolata, who caused pain, a Gift named Dorothy, who felt unwanted, a Grace called Grace, whose bitterness grew like weeds, a Christian named Christian but never met Christ, a Victor, a Victory called Victoria, who kept losing battles, a Purity named Agnes, whose secrets whispered shame, a Verity called Veronica, who lied to survive, a Trinity called Trinitas, broken in pieces, body, soul, and spirit, a Royalty called Regina, sleeping in rags, a Heaven named Celestine, but walked through despair and less hope, a Salvation named Salvatore, running from the cross, a Sunday called Sunday, filled with sadness, a Chosen named Elector, but who felt abandoned, a Blessed called Benedicta, who felt cursed, a Praise named Praise, who complained endlessly. Dear friends, there are too many names. Even in our own local and traditional names, we may find beautiful names, yet those who bear those names do not live to what those names represent. And sometimes you may find yourself bearing a name that may sound beautiful, but with negative interpretation. There is something I want to tell you. Never lose hope. Because somewhere beneath all the noise, the pain, the wounds, the disappointments, God is still calling. He is not calling you by your shame. He is not calling you by your trauma. He is not calling you by your disappointment. He is calling you by your true name, the one written on your soul before time began. Not the name the world gave you, not the name brokenness painted you, but the name known in heaven, a name rooted not in whom you are now, but in whom you are becoming to God. So if you have grace who grew bitter, a faith who has fallen, a victor who keep losing, you are still seen, you are still loved, and you are still named and hold the promise given to you. Return to those names, reclaim it, and allow God to rename your pain into purpose. Dear friends, it's really a wonderful thing to behold. You can make your own research and find other meanings to other names. If this collection has touched any part of your life, don't forget to share with those who may need it. Don't forget to comment, to subscribe, follow, and share this with others. Follow us. I am Sister Prisca Nwokorie in a moment with Sister Prisca. God bless you. Until the next episode, remain blessed.